Wow, we are so glad to be back for another episode of Porchadelic, transmitting through the wireless Porchadelic matrix. You know, we have constantly data streaming information out there into the potential, into, the ones and zeros of the world, waiting in this timeless space to be activated. And if you're listening to this, you have activated the ones and zeros of Porchadelic with your host, Straw Dog Rising. And actually, I wasn't thinking about ones and zeros. They just came up, I guess, because they're always kind of lurking beneath the scenes. But what I was thinking about was the most fascinating of all concepts, torque. Torque. I mean, it's a great word. It's spelled awesome. You could have the Q-U-E at the end or just a Q. Torque. T or C. Truth or consequences. So what we have here is we are torquing and counter-torquing. If we torque one way, it's at the expense of another way. When we get torqued, just in the opposite polarity. And the same is true versa versa. So what we need to do is we need counter-torsional dynamics. And we do that through the pivots and fulcrums that we create with our bones. And then we wrap these groovy little pulleys of connective tissue around them. And then we activate the piezoelectric loop, and that loop activates with the ambient chi that we can identify with from the other side. And together, we can create all these orbits at a subtle energy. Same stuff that happens at the subatomic and the, macro-galactic, man. And we have that at the, awesome subtle. We might need a better adjective than awesome. Probably like a, one of them ones that starts with the same letter. Like sexy subtleness or something like that. That might be the term. Yes, attraction through counter-torsion. And try not to get too torqued along the way, because you kind of got to aim them both towards the midline. Because if you aim both the other way, the whole center disintegrates. I mean, you'll come back. You have a crystal left there, but, it can be a long, lonely ride. We want to stay centered, man. Centered in our design, our personality, and our individuality. And then have this, paradoxical connection to the other side, where we are all collective and individual at the same time. Best of both worlds is always our message, because if you're only in one world, something else is happening. So you enjoy the ride, but don't believe, a whole lot of things. Just love and enjoy the ride. So, that being said, I think we got a song in mind, but we can't remember how to play it. We got the... Thought I was back from the hero's journey, but the road took one more turn. Said 1,000 miles or a single step. Well, apparently, I ain't done yet. Said, so I packed up all my notions. Said, and my favorite magic potions to drown my tears out in the ocean. And I can't remember what I came to forget. We don't know where the river is flowing, and we never know how deep or wide. We don't know where the river is flowing. We're just along for the ride. We're just along for the ride. Come on along for the ride. And you might sow more than you reap, 'cause mountains high and load is steep. Might not get caught if you take the lead. Say, good Lord, I don't make the rules. And you might see through a pair of eyes, but there's so much more than we realize. Experience alone can't make you wise. God loves to speak through the mouths of fools. We don't know where the river's flowing, and we never know how deep or wide. We don't know where the river's flowing. We're just along for the ride. hero's journey. Said, but the road took one more turn. 1,000 miles or a single step. So apparently, you know, I ain't done yet. And so I packed up all my notions and a few of my favorite magic potions. Go and drown those tears out in the ocean. But I just can't remember what I came to forget. You know, we don't know where the river's flowing, and we never know how deep or wide. You know, we don't know where the river's flowing. We're just along for the ride. We're just along for the ride. We're just along for the ride. You know, we don't know where the river's flowing, and we never know how deep or wide. You know, we don't know where the river's flowing. We're just along for the ride until we'll make it to the other side. What's on the other side? You know, we don't know where the river's flowing, and we never know how deep or wide. So we don't know where the river's flowing. What's on the other side? What's on the other side? Come on along for the ride. Come on along for the ride. We're all along for the ride. At least I'm enjoying the ride. At least I'm enjoying the ride. Come on along for the ride. Come on along for the ride.